In a world where political decisions often ripple through the lives of individuals in ways that can seem distant from the halls of power, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio found himself at the center of a growing controversy during a recent press conference in Guyana. The backdrop of his statements was the Trump administration's aggressive stance on pro-Palestinian protests occurring on university campuses across the United States. With a firm resolve, Rubio announced the revocation of at least 300 foreign students' visas, a measure intended to clamp down on what the administration viewed as disruptive and potentially harmful demonstrations. His tone was unwavering as he spoke, hinting at the ongoing nature of these actions, suggesting maybe more than 300 at this point, indicating that this was just the beginning of a broader initiative. Rubio faced a barrage of questions from reporters eager to grasp the full implications of such a sweeping policy. The atmosphere was charged, as the implications of visa revocations could resonate deeply within academic circles and beyond. As he fielded inquiries, his demeanor shifted slightly, revealing a mix of frustration and determination. When pressed about the rationale behind targeting foreign students, he pointed to the administration's commitment to national security and the need to maintain order on campuses. "We cannot allow lunatics to disrupt the educational environment," he stated emphatically, painting a stark picture of what he perceived as a threat to American values and safety. The term lunatics hung in the air, a label that seemed to encapsulate not just the individuals involved in the protests, but also the broader ideological battle playing out in the country. Rubio's rhetoric suggested a binary view of the situation. Those who supported the administration's stance were seen as protectors of American ideals, while those who opposed it were cast as radicals, undermining the very fabric of society. This framing was not lost on observers, many of whom began to question the implications such language had on the discourse surrounding free speech and academic freedom. The situation became even more complex with the recent detention of a Turkish doctoral student at Tufts University, a case that had sparked outrage among students and faculty alike. The student, caught in the crosshairs of heightened scrutiny, was accused of being involved in activities that the administration deemed suspicious. Rubio defended the arrest, asserting that it was necessary to ensure that foreign students adhered to the laws and values of the United States. "We need to be vigilant," he insisted, as if the very presence of international students could somehow be a gateway to larger threats. Critics of the administration's policies argued that such actions fostered an atmosphere of fear among students, particularly those from countries with strained relations with the U.S. The narrative of safety and vigilance was juxtaposed with the realities of academic life, where students often engage in passionate discussions, protests, and debates. The fear of visa revocation loomed large, creating a chilling effect that stifled open dialogue and dissent. For many, the notion of being labeled a lunatic for simply advocating for a cause they believed in was deeply unsettling. As Rubio concluded the press conference, the weight of his statements lingered in the air, leaving behind a mix of support and dissent. The landscape of American higher education was shifting, shaped by policies that sought to redefine the boundaries of acceptable discourse. The administration's approach raised critical questions about the future of international students in the U.S., the nature of protest, and the delicate balance between security and freedom. In a world increasingly divided by ideology, Rubio's words resonated as a clarion call for some and a warning for others, underscoring the complexities of governance in an era defined by passionate beliefs and stark divisions.